And we are starting off with these developments coming in right this minute, with Russia unleashing a massive drone and missile attack on Ukraine. Kiev says the latest aerial attack targeted energy facilities across the country, from Kharkiv in the east to Ternopil in the west. In fact, the Ukrainian Air Force claims Russia launched at least 58 missiles and nearly 200 drones in one of the heaviest bombardments this year. These are the images from the Kharkiv region. Firefighters can be seen battling blazes on the streets littered with debris.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. I thought here at my son's. Now they destroyed his place too. There, they destroyed our house. I'm 81 years old. I fled the war, and now the war caught up with me. I'm from Kupiansk.
The mass drone attack also damaged energy infrastructure and triggered fires in Odessa. The Black Sea port has been under relentless attacks over the past few days, with waves of drones swarming the city every night this week. In fact, energy sites are frequent targets, causing blackouts and disrupting vital water and heating services. Cities including Kharkiv, Kramatorsk, Odessa, Ternopil face the brunt of Russia's sea and air-launched missiles. You can see how the Ukrainian city of Ternopil is close to the Polish border, and with the heavy bombardment prompting Poland's military to scramble fighter jets and put air defense systems on high alert. In another significant development, the Ukrainian Air Force deploying French Mirage fighter jets for the first time to counter the aerial assault. These French-manufactured aircraft were delivered to Ukraine just last month, and Ukraine says the jets, along with air defense units, helped shoot down 34 missiles and 100 drones. In fact, Russia's defense ministry confirming carrying out precision strikes on energy facilities, claiming they support Ukrainian military operations. The devastating attack coming just a day after Moscow rejected a short-term ceasefire proposed by President Zelensky, insisting instead on firm agreements for a long-term truce. And today's onslaught follows a Russian ballistic missile strike that killed 4 people at a hotel in Zelensky's hometown during the night on Thursday. Members of a humanitarian organization who had moved into the hotel narrowly escaped the deadly strike.
We were eating dinner in the restaurant. We got to the hotel at 8 p.m. We got the alert. We stood up to go to the shelter. This was 10 p.m. And before we had left the table, the missile struck. We were very fortunate because the restaurant was on the ground floor. We couldn't get back to the lobby because that was destroyed, so we climbed out of a window.
And with us on the broadcast this minute is Volodymyr Omelen, former Minister of Infrastructure and Major of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, with us on the broadcast from Kiev. Thanks very much for being here. Let me begin by asking you for your assessment of the latest that we just brought to our viewers and what we are seeing playing out at this point, coming at a very crucial time.
Thank you for having me. The most important lesson we should learn from this situation is that never ever give up and give your nuclear weapons or your weapons in exchange for commitments, promises, or nice words. If Ukraine remains as a nuclear state, this would never happen. This is the only lesson we should always remember. Secondly, there are no talks about peace. Russia is striking Ukraine with missiles, drones, artillery, and all other types of weapons. I cannot say that we can talk about ceasefire in this particular situation.
What do you make of the latest as far as Giorgia Meloni, for example, talking about Article 5 protecting Ukraine in a way, also the European shield that perhaps could be a step forward as well?
I believe that with recent geopolitical changes, it's already an issue if NATO can perform in the way it was designed and born. Because we can talk about Article 5, but we don't know the reaction of United States. United States ready to use this Article 5 to protect Ukraine or to protect member states of the NATO? So it's a still big question as of today.
How optimistic are you about the way forward and what lies ahead as far as the quest for peace is concerned, especially given where America stands right now?
If we have peace through strength, I believe that we shall be all in one boat with our allies, starting with United States and also United Kingdom and France, Germany, and all other our allies. If we come to ceasefire, it might be the option to stop bloodshed. But if we are the country who is taking away the weapons and says it and is said not to shoot the enemy, and enemy will keep on killing us and fighting us, I don't see any hope for peace in this situation. And definitely we will fight, because in our particular case, in case of Ukraine, to surrender is to die. To take peace from Russia, it's to have occupied Ukraine. We will never agree with that.
Tell us more about the sentiment on the ground right now.
You know, I just received a lot of bad feedbacks from my brothers in arms that if we are out of supply, it will be very difficult to fight back. If we have no access to satellites and intelligence, our losses will be increased dramatically. So this is the kind of very strange war. We've been fighting Russians for years and centuries, together standing with our allies. And if our biggest ally decide to be neutral or out of this war, I don't think that this is true leadership means.
We're leaving it there for the moment, but thank you very much for being here on the broadcast and sharing your perspectives. Thank you.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.